alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Huskers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quarterback on the keeper. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Guys, let's talk a little about Middle Tennessee. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. We don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On fourth down, going to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the back. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Takes it the other way. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10.
That's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Might be changing the route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Looking for the goal line. He found some running room but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier 4th down. They'll try to do it for a 2nd time in the opening quarter. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a 1st down with a penalty. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. Oh, he wants it all. Finds a spot in the middle. There he goes. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. When you're called Cornhuskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'd be forcing it a little bit.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
A extending the play. Got his man downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Husker! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll get rid of it. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense. Great in the tackle for a loss on first down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Fires one high and deep. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the run, still looking. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Make sure that one forward.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Really nice Nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Here's the pressure. Big fella moving. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Touchdown, Nebraska! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. And you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end, and they swarm him under. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement. The chains impossible. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Allen. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense getting set for 1st down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Looking to throw again. He's moving out of the pocket. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation.
Touchdown, Cornhusker! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy's becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Gets the back moving. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. With the catch, it's Allen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Husker! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Dances away to buy time. Unleashes one. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, Next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Nebraska!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
42, Middle Tennessee, 7.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Complete to start this drive. Oh, he's got some space.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. His job.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Spits it out to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. Hands it off. Got enough for the 1st. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. They're working that left side. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent will be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy finish.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Ready. To the line. Ready, set. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds space on the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. 3rd and goal for the offense. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down.
Got it. Can it be?
He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, MTSU.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
A strike downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Man, And we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. And a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into... zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive with a pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
But that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Oh, he's got a chance. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Military stunt on the ready. To the line.
Back to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46.
Here we go, here we go.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Complete via the screen. Gain of 22. First down for the offense.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period.
Pace, 27, jump.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So 1st down will open up the final period.
Get ready. Hey, camper. Ready up. Ready up. Okay, great.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes his shot. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion.
Ready, ready. Okay, ready.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on." get on the ball, Dave.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Wide open downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to solve.
There's a live football. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down.
What a lucky.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Firing to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Turning it on. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. A great catch and run for 6.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He's going to take off. Gets away from one. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced than a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. It's complete to the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. He'll take a shot. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. Got a little space. Runs through a tackle.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Going right to work up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Huskers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here.
42 Spider, here we go!
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Running on the jet. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play here late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Taking it the other way. At the 20. Touchdown, Husker. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. gun, running back on the move. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at